Okay, welcome back to another figure review. Today we're going to be doing another random wheel spin, so I'll have it here really quick while I talk. Today was another crazy day. I chose today to clean up the collection room and get everything around. Today we got Marvel Legends Games vs. Miles Morales. But anyways, after getting everything cleaned up, or in the middle of and procrastinating, I played some Marvel Rivals. It was great, and I watched a lot of Daredevil. One of my favorite characters in there, obviously Foggy, obviously Matt, Paige, Karen Page, great characters. The priest is amazing, where Matt comes up to him in the church and he's like, I just take a moment out of the day to be here just with him. Also, don't worry, I'm wearing clothes underneath. I just take a moment out of the day to be with him. And then he's talking to Matt about like his morality and what he's going to do. And he's like, I don't think that you went to talk to Vanessa to like get info on how to kill him. I think you went to talk to her to see if he's really a human, being Kingpin, of course. In talking to Matt about whether it's going to be that he has to kill him and he doesn't want to, or if he wants to kill him and doesn't have to. Well, anyways, Daredevil's been great. I loved it. The Nobu fight, the fight with Kingpin directly after, everything that's been going on. That's what I'm trying to say. Today was great. Got to play some Marvel Rivals, clean up the collection room. It's been good. Getting right into the figure review because it is late. It's like 4:40 or 50. Let's just get right into it. So, the Games vs. Miles Morales is based on his game, just Spider-Man Miles Morales, I think is what they call it. It looks amazing. I posted a TikTok, and for the people that came over here for the extended review, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I love just talking to you guys and having a good time while I'm reviewing the figures. Just my style. But they did a great job. In that video, I go on to give it a 10 on looks, and I don't take anything back here. I think that they did a great job at bringing to life how he looks in the game, his like normal suit he has. Obviously, he has a bunch of other ones, but this one is just great. One of the things that I really wanted to bring up before we get right into what it comes with in the articulation, when I originally was looking for this figure, I was trying to get the Armadillo Build-A-Figure wave, which I ended up completing, by the way. I ended up finding this in stores, and I was so incredibly hyped, and I was with Acadia. And there was two that I wanted. I can't remember the other one. It clearly, I guess, wasn't as relevant or as cool as this one. And so I went to get that one and this one. And Acadia knew that her sister really liked Miles Morales. So as a goofy gift for Christmas, she was going to get this for her sister. And I sat there like defeated. Like I was like about to get both of them. I think it was Spider-Man from one of the games or another figure I really liked, and then gonna be Miles. And she's like, oh, I could get that from my sister. And I was like, yes, you could. Fuck! Like, damn it, dude. But it was really funny. What ended up happening is that Christmas, Acadia ended up getting me this in playing that she was giving it to her sister. And instead, she's like, I saw your reaction. I could tell how much you wanted it. And it's more of a gag gift for her and like a cool one for you. So she ended up giving me this. She got me the MCU Venom, the Tom Hardy, of course. And I think a couple others. I think some DC Multiverse. I'm pretty sure it was that Christmas that I got the Speed Metal Jay Garrick and Speed Metal Barry Allen. But just an awesome figure and kind of a cool story behind it too. And I love telling you guys because not every figure has a story. Some of them are very basic, like, yeah, I went to Walmart. Yeah, I went to Target and I found it, whatever. Others have really cool stories where it's really goofy. So I wanted to make sure to get to that. Besides that, like I said, the look is absolutely amazing. And I'd absolutely give it a 10. He's got a little small booty, but he probably does in the game too. But he comes with a lot of accessories. Obviously, you get the Armadillo Build-A-Figure wave piece. I can't remember what he comes with. It might even be the torso. I don't know, but I'll put it here, of course. Alongside that, you get 3 full pairs of hands. They were very generous. They give you the wall-crawling hands that every Spider-Man should have and deserves, of course. Then, of course, they give you 2 pairs of fist hands. I'm sorry if you can hear the dogs downstairs. Then, of course, they give you 2 whipping hands that every Spider-Man, again, deserves. On top of that, they give you his electric, like, hands, like he's doing his signature ability. And then, of course, a swappable head, just in case you don't like with the mask on. Getting right into the articulation, though, I'd say this is about your default for reference. His head can go very high up. I already checked it for the TikTok to do the leap of faith pose. It can get a really nice down, too. With this one, you do get great tilt. Sometimes the tilt is really minuscule, where it'll be like this, or even sometimes like this, where it's just barely, and you're like, did it move at all? But actually really great. Of course, rotation, too. And then getting to the arms, you get, let's see here. His arms are, oh, that's kind of weird. Hold on. I don't like that one bit. Okay, his arms, if I had to tell you any information on what really holds it back, it's the arms. Now, I don't even know if it can get 90 degrees. It's really fighting me, and it's kind of being stubborn to the point where I don't want to push it. Alongside that, he has the butterfly joints, but it doesn't go that far forward, and it sounds like really rough when you do it. It gets at least a little bit where it's helping with it, but this is almost like the same McFarlane. This is almost the same that McFarlane can do, so it's like, what's the point? But pretty crappy up under that 90-degree standard. That's sad to see. Of course, like I said, butterfly joints, but pretty crappy too. You get bicep swivel, nothing wrong here, just standard and great. The pinless double jointed elbow, you can get yeah, you can get just about a perfect bend. It doesn't want to go all the way, it stops, but basically right there, you can make him, hold his ear, somebody on the phone. And then for the hand, we might as well check out the articulation while we're here. A pretty decent up, a really good down. Then getting to the chest, of course, and I love that logo. He gets a great back, perfect for like back flipping poses if you want to do with him. And then a crazy nice forward for a landing pose. I don't know how well Miles can do it compared to others, but I was having a lot of trouble with the shock suit from the No Way Home movie. So if you want to do the landing pose on that one, so send me a picture somehow in the Discord or something if you can get it. But the most I could do is he's like this. Like he looks really awkward. But anyways, great crunch forward. Of course, you get the swivel at the hips. And then out of those legs, you get just under a 90-degree angle. And then you get thigh cut too, so there's no problem getting the thighs to the side or certain ways. Like if you want him riding a bike, you really could. You just got to put it out to the side and then bend the knees and, you know what I mean? Oh, that looked crazy. Also, I almost forgot to show it, but the kickback is pretty minuscule. I'm not going to lie. That's about McFarlane average. I had the knee bent too, so yeah, not great. But of course, if you want, you can have him do the Spidey splits. And then as for the double jointed knees, I think McFarlane most of the time actually nails these. And they almost get a perfect bend to the point where they can kick the butt. And then with the feet, this is where I had a lot of problems with Marvel Legends, especially female characters, it seemed like, where the feet didn't want to move. And it was kind of scary moving them like they were going to break. But here's a starting point for reference. Here's about as high as you can get up. And that whole way, the back is coming up too much where it's like it's going to break. And then about as far back as you get. Anyways, as far back as you can do as well. Wow, that was like this figure's amazing. I don't know if it's going to be like this for everyone, but there's certain parts that it's stubborn, like the feet were weird and the arms a little bit too, but overall great looking figure. Like I said in that video, a low 8 on articulation. It has a lot of great Spider-Man articulation, but not leading the pack in any way. There's no toticulation like most McFarlane figures have, and they're 7 inches too. But what they do have that's way better is the crunch forward, I'll tell you that much. The crunch or the bend back is about standard with a lot of figures, so not amazing, but not bad. But I do really like the cut at the waist. That's super easy to manipulate and move. I love the cut at the thigh. Like, that's what makes me really like Marvel Legends a lot of times. And the pinless joints are great looking. And usually, depending on the character, like I showed with this double jointed knee, you can get amazing bends out of it too. Besides that, I don't really have a lot to say. Like I said, 10 on looks, low 8 on articulation, and I had a great day. I can't wait to do another review for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe down below. And to be honest, I'm so happy TikTok's back. I'm going to try to use both of these platforms to my advantage and just put out good videos for you guys. Shorter ones on TikTok for the people that don't really have time to watch longer reviews, and longer ones on YouTube for the people that do have the time and get to enjoy like the little stories and the chit chat, whatever. On second thought, I think I might actually want to bump the articulation up. This is awesome. You guys can tell me if you agree, but I might even bump it up to a 10. This is awesome. If he never moves from this pose, you know exactly why.